I'm Barbara Spencer. Just turned 60, and I enjoy hunting, fishing, and bingo. I was born in Nakina, Ontario. It's a small community, and I was brought up in Auden, Ontario. It was a little village, just like it's not a reserve. It's was quite a bit of people there, all mixed people there also. So yeah, I was growed up here. When I was about around from 6 to 10 years old, I didn't hardly remember the stuff I was doing. I don't know why, but some stuff is coming back to me a little bit. But for the longest time, I didn't know what I was doing. It was just like a block. I guess must be my mom and dad were always drinking all the time. Must have impacted me. And I was probably hiding my little hole, and I didn't want to come back out. It was really hard on me growing up. Oh, and I quit school at 15, started working, helping mom and dad, because they were on welfare and they weren't getting very much money to support themselves. So I went to go work in a restaurant. I quit school, which I regret. And yeah, I went to work there. I worked there for 2 years, and I bought the groceries and bought the furniture for mom and dad, and I was lucky to even get $10 of my paycheck, which I didn't mind, as long as I had enough for cigarettes or candies or something. And from there, after when I was 17, I quit my job. I met my husband, and we got married, and we had 2 beautiful kids, boy and a girl, Arlie and Tracy, which changed my life for the best, I guess. And we liked our fishing, and we went halibut fishing on Buck Channel the one weekend, and I caught the 25-pound halibut, and he didn't caught nothing. He only caught rock cod and stuff like that. The kids, so he said, we're going to go back there next weekend. He didn't like me catching something bigger than him. So we went back there the following weekend, made up some lunch and stuff like that. And yeah, and that's the time my kids and myself, life turned around. The motor stopped on us, and the water was coming from the stern, like from there, and I couldn't keep up bailing out the water. And it swamped, and we tried to turn that boat around. We turned it upside down, right side up, and it couldn't do it. So my husband Dennis said, well, swim to shore. So we did, and left him there. He went, my son, and my daughter and I stayed together. Once we got to shore and stuff, seeing my husband on the water, on the ocean, facing down, I know he was gone. We stayed overnight in the bush, out in the cold and stuff, but we found ourselves a nice little cave and a shelter from the wind. And yeah, and that night I couldn't sleep at all, and I just think what I'm going to do. I know my husband was gone. Back then, I thought I was strong until I started talking about it. I dealt with my problems with losing my husband for a while. Then I just put it back in my head and just concentrate how am I going to survive and with my kids and stuff like that. And I took the cooking course at the college. It was a 10-month course. And yeah, I finished that. Got a job in BC Ferries as a third cook. I worked for them for 10 years. And then I had a cancer, breast cancer, found out I had breast cancer. And other problems. And I have autoimmune hepatitis. And also I had a breakdown. I get these anxiety attacks sometimes. I was in depression for quite a while. I couldn't even get up in my bed. Yeah, it seemed like it was dealing with one thing and then another thing came. Seemed like it was just bang, bang, and stuff like that. It's like we dealt with one and another thing come along. And so it was frustrating and stressful and stuff like that. Yeah, I like to give people advice to feel strong and get some help and yeah, talk to somebody or a counselor or anybody. Yeah, I just got that done last month. Mammogram and ultrasound done, and it all came out clear. And they didn't find anything, so I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah. Oh, so after I had my breast cancer, I thought it was goner. But no, all the support I got from work and at the church, the family, friends, and stuff like that. So I consider myself pretty lucky to have all those supports. So, yeah. Now the grandkids came along. That changed my life. That was the proudest thing I ever heard since my husband passed. So it's nice to have grandkids. They keep you, well, it keeps me going. And I want to see them graduate and grow up and stuff. And that's my family, that keeps me going. Like, to fight what I went through.